management for the wireless LAN team here at Juniper. We're excited for you to join today. What we'll talk to you about today is how Juniper is looking at the new education campus and what is our solution to the changing campus environment of mobile devices and pervasive wireless, and specifically what is our vision of how we simplify that experience for network IT. So as you can imagine, this is one of your conference rooms or one of your classrooms today. Looks like more of an advertisement for Apple, but this is reality today. Wireless is everywhere, and wireless is definitely in every classroom. One of the trends that we've seen at a large university in the Midwest that we are deployed at is that, you know, most of their 2010 semester for spring and summer went pretty quietly, and then fall of 2010 hit, and there was a tremendous infusion of mobile devices, especially this year. And as you all well know, now every user is carrying almost up to 5 Wi-Fi devices. There's the de facto laptop, iPad, iPhone at the very minimum, and then there is probably a Kindle or a Nook or something with a DVD player or a Roku box in the dorm or a TV on Wi-Fi. So the number of devices per user is absolutely going through the roof, right? So, and none of this is news to you guys. So the way we are looking at this changing trend in education is in sort of these 4 buckets of the research collaboration is forcing a certain globalization paradigm on education IT, requiring that users be able to collaborate across campuses, across countries, with other research organizations, and hence leading to a rather open network, yet you don't have the ability to give up on security, for example. So the second piece, consumerization of IT has always started on the education campus. Education has always been where the end users, student IT, and even faculty have brought their own devices onto the campus. But what's changing within that paradigm is that now students are being asked to engage during class, are being asked to engage during lectures and seminars as part of the classroom experience. And so not only was Wi-Fi required to be pervasive and high capacity and high density, but now Wi-Fi is being required to be always on, highly reliable, because classes are going on all the time. So with globalization and consumerization happening, as we said, security is not given a pass. Security has always been paramount and continues to be a very, very important pillar, because now very, very sensitive research data and also exams are happening and other sensitive data is happening, usage happening on the wireless network. So that's changing the IT business demands, where a lot of educational campuses used to be able to do simple open networks. There is a very definite trend towards the secure campus in educational networks. And last but not least is the nature of student work happening in hallways, in dorms, in quads, versus happening what used to happen in physical labs. The trend is definitely reversing. So it's Wi-Fi no longer is a convenience network. It is really a network, it is a de facto primary network, and so that's changing how wireless is thought through on the campus. As we've said, the devices that are accessing wireless on the campus are all over the map in terms of the demands. Netflix streaming is, as you guys probably well know, is one of the hardest requirements now with Netflix HD and taking as much of the campus bandwidth as some of the other legitimate applications. So gaming, security cameras, and Facebook and Twitter and everything that comes with that obviously is there. Beyond that, voice and video are starting to have a very definite application and usage in the education campus, and outdoor is becoming very, very important and a critical component. So what we'd like to talk to you about is what is Juniper's view of driving a strong campus wired wireless network that lends IT to build a network not for today, but for a network that's built for the future, a network that's resilient, that is able to run rich applications that are coming on every day on these mobile devices. One of the things that we have not done as the wireless industry has evolved over the years and simplicity has been driven into the wireless industry, the wired networks have not changed in a long time. The network complexity of the wired networks has really been the same. The paradigm of element management for network management for the wired networks has been the same for so long. Juniper is looking at it in a different way from a consistency of security perspective and really a rethink of network strategy. What we believe, we are the only credible vendor that is saying, let's plan wireless first and then supplement with wired. Every other vendor, Cisco, HP, and others, are trying to protect every last port they can sell and trying to supplement with wireless, where we are saying the network has moved on, the access technologies have moved on to a wireless-first strategy and a security that is by user, by device type, by application, and really a common theme across all of these networks to be able to simplify the network. And that leads to our strategy for enterprise and educational campuses for a simply connected campus. A simply connected campus is built fundamentally on a wireless architecture where it's wireless first, wired to supplement, and then on two very, very, very strong pillars of simplicity and security. So, today we want to lay out our vision for a simply connected educational campus on how you simplify and secure everything that's coming onto your network. So, when we talk about security, we say security without mobile compromise, because security on laptops and desktops and other devices is sort of a figured out art. But security on mobile devices, especially when there's more viruses being written for Androids today than any other OS today. So security, an integral part of security is the mobile device security. Juniper is the only vendor in the networking space that has actually done an acquisition on mobile device security and mobile device management. And so we want to lay out a strategy for you on how you secure your mobile devices and not just onboard them, but secure them after the fact. Application-ready networks is our view of saying the applications of today actually almost mean nothing in terms of what applications of tomorrow would look like. The amount of applications, the spectrum of applications that are coming onto mobile devices is changing dramatically. And so you want to build an architecture that lends itself for low latency, high performance right up front without having to build purpose-built networks for specific applications. We already spoke about how we're saying we want to simplify the wired networking experience and really propose with a wireless network as a lead-in for the campus. So the Juniper's Campus portfolio for wired wireless is with our EX switching, which has quickly grown to a lot of significant credibility from a switching perspective in a very short time. You complement that with the Juniper Wireless LAN system, a very, very highly regarded SRX firewall ecosystem, and last but not least is our all-in-one client with Junos Pulse, which does mobile device management, mobile security, remote access, and now we'll actually start to do wireless provisioning as well. Today, we're going to focus on the wireless LAN piece of this portfolio, and we're going to talk about what is the Simply Connected wireless LAN component of the Juniper portfolio. So, very quickly, the Juniper Wireless LAN today is one of the most deployed wireless architectures in the industry. We have over 1 million access points deployed in Fortune 20, Fortune 100, Fortune 500 companies. Volkswagen, Audi, Chevron, Shell are some of the largest deployments and most mission-critical deployments today for the Juniper Wireless LAN system, and have been running with this technology for many years now. So very, very well mission-critical, time-tested networks have run on the Juniper Wireless LAN network. And specifically from an education perspective, today we're going to present you a case study with one of our large networks, University of Minnesota, is going to go up to almost 11,000 APs and are well on their way, have been with this network for quite some time. So what is top of mind for the higher ed IT today? We think you could break down network IT's functions into these 5 buckets. How do you onboard and provision the tremendous amounts of new devices that are coming onto the network every fall? How do you secure them? A lot of companies present you a strategy with bringing devices onto the network, and then the devices are left out to the wild without a lot of security. Juniper wants to bring to you an end-to-end strategy on onboarding and securing and performance reliability and manageability to make network IT experience simple. So as part of our Simply Connected strategy, we fundamentally not only want to provide the rich feature set to enable simplified provisioning, simplified security, but we also want to be able to offer you the highest performance, highest reliable system where under a simply managed umbrella. So the Juniper Wireless Simply Connected network is simply provisioned, simply secured, high performance, high reliable, and a simply managed network. What in the next few slides we're going to show you specific use cases on what we mean by simply provisioned, simply secured, and each of these pillars. So I'm going to transfer it to our solutions architect, Tosh Hepting. Tosh has been with Juniper Wireless for quite some time now, and ever since the beginning of the Juniper Wireless system. And Tosh is going to talk through the specific use cases of the Simply Connected system. Tosh, take it away.